hit the unmute. There we go. I do this all the time. I always forget the mute button there. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the 2024 edition of the Touchdown Talk with me, Chris, and I am joined by the one and only Mr. Pablo Martinez here. How are you, Pablo? Good morning, sir.
What's up, my friend? Good morning, everybody. Happy 2024 NFL football season.
That's right. We're officially here. We're already 2 games into the season already. A game on Thursday night, game on Friday night. And but here we are, Sunday. Sundays are back, baby, with NFL football action. And we are here to break down, once again, as we do every year, break down the 2 leagues that Pablo and I are in together, the League of Extraordinarily Mediocre People and the Dirt Invitational, as well as share some of our fantasy picks and insights as we go along, and also answer any of your questions as well. So feel free to drop them in chat right now. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the follow button and like and share it wherever you're checking this out. And the whole goal here is that Pablo and I will be doing this each and every week throughout the entire, I guess I'll say, fantasy football season, because we didn't, obviously, once we got to our fantasy championships, that was it. We were done. So we were like, we put the show away and we said, well, we'll be back next year. And hey, here we are. So good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Touchdown Talk. Really happy to be back.
For sure. Very exciting season. I believe we've had many, many, many changes across the NFL. Several rookies are very exciting to watch, especially the wide receivers. There's plenty to talk about. We've had 2 drafts, one for each of our leagues. Those drafts went very well. Our team in the LOEMP League has expanded to 12 this season.
That's right. We had an expansion.
Yes,
it's an expansion year.
We had expansion teams join. So we are quite excited about this season and to break down each and every matchup that we have for this week.
Yeah, absolutely. And on top of that, too, we do want to break down real quick, because I don't think that we came on and wrap the show up with, which we should probably do this year, is just to do sort of a championship, like a season-ending wrap-up of the season, year in review, and then talk about the champs. So we're going to kick off today's episode just sharing who won our leagues last year. And just so you guys know, normally when Pablo and I do this, we're not together, but we figured today we're doing this live from my house today, because we're doing a big Giants kickoff tailgate party here. We're in my driveway. As you can see, one of the champs is actually, we have both champs here. Yeah, both champs are in the house, actually. So why don't we get
champs are in
why
the
don't we
house.
get both champs over here real quick? Move this chair. Both get in.
Oh, you want the champ? Oh, yeah. I'm here.
We got both champs sitting here right now. We got Kevin Vigilio, champ of the LOEMP League, and we got Viviana Martinez, champ of the Dirt Invitational. Oh, hey, so we got champs are in the house.
That's what we do. I come here to win things.
Good to have you, brother.
Yeah. How's it feel being champs?
It's good. It feels like something that should happen every day.
Yeah. Yeah. So in case everybody was wondering, here's our champs. I got some pictures too. Let's share some pictures of our champs here. So here is this is from our draft last week. Kevin here holding the belt, because in the LOEMP League, we got a championship belt. So there he is with the belt. And then here is Viviana's. Manja was her team. And she's got her trophy right here with her hand-engraved medallion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those
badge.
Are some,
it's great.
Yeah. Nice hand-carved and crafted by Moose Knuckles and Ginger Ninja. Work together to create these fantastic tokens that champions get to keep. The trophy gets passed, the token gets kept.
Yeah, and I do want to mention that Viviana was actually a 4-time champ last year. Won 4 leagues.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. That's a once in a lifetime season where every league she was in, it was just cha-ching. It worked all the way to the top.
Manja Magic, man.
Incredible.
We said it all year long. Manja Magic. She had
Incredible.
The Manja Magic. And of course, we do have to talk about, in the one league, the Dirt Invitational, we do have the last place trophy.
We do.
And there was a winner last season. So I'm going to bring that up. So the last year's winner was Mr. Chris Carr.
Show me your touchdowns.
And if you guys can see on the screen, it's a little small here, but That is the poop trophy that the last place winner receives. So that is the award for coming in the last place. Prominently displayed so all can see.
With pride.
With pride. That's right. So, all right, guys. Well, once again, welcome to the show. If you're just tuning in now, I'm Chris. This is Pablo. Pablo right here. And we come here each and every Sunday to break down, once again, the matchups in our league and picking who we feel is going to be the winner in each matchup in our respective leagues, the League of Extraordinarily Mediocre People, which we like to call LOEMP for short, and the Dirt Invitational. So, with all that being said, my friend, where do you want to start? Which league do you want to start with today?
Let's start breaking down the LOEMP League.
All right. The LOEMP League, if I can say that right. And by the way, as we go along here, if you guys want to comment, play along, or let us know who you think might win in these matchups or who you have starting, or if you have any fantasy questions for us, let us know. We'd be happy to help if you're trying to figure out who to start on your team. So let's start with the LOEMP League, right? That's the one we're going with. And let me bring that up. Let me make sure I've got the... All right, here we go. Here are all the matchups this week. So once again, we moved from a 10-team league to a 12-team league this year.
That's correct.
So you want to start from top to bottom?
Sure.
Or wait, do we have a... Oh, no, that's the other league. We got a game of the weekend. So, all right. So let's start with this week's matchup is my team, Yoda Best Team, changing the name from last year, which was D-Gens from Country, I believe. So I'm now Yoda Best Team versus the Dumbmanders, which is one of the new teams in the league owned by Mr. Josh Parr.
And with the best fantasy logo, fantasy team
That's right.
picture.
That's right. Fantasy logo team of team picture of our commissioner and champ.
Fantastic.
Mr. Kevin Vigilio.
Great
So,
work.
all right. So let's look at this matchup because right now I'm very much projected to lose. I got Josh. The Dumbmanders are projected right now 152, and I'm projected at a 128. I mean, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I wasn't feeling great about my draft this year.
No.
But you know, it's only start, and obviously trades can happen. I feel like I can upgrade the team as I go along here. So I may have to take a couple lumps in the first 2 weeks here as I sort things out. But when I look at this, I mean, he's pretty stacked. I mean, I got a big question mark right here with Jamar Chase because right now it's 50-50 if he's going to play today. And on my bench, I do have to make a decision if I am going to be starting Mr. Justin Fields today for an injured Russell Wilson on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, I think that injury, that last-minute injury, is going to put Fields into the game and will actually boost your projection here by quite a bit. You had Taysom Hill selected to start in your Superflex spot.
Yeah.
And he's on, as a tight end, he's a backup everything, right? Great player to start, but in a Superflex spot, I think a real starting quarterback would definitely give you a better chance to come out a winner today. Yeah,
in our draft, I there was one point in the draft I was going to take my second QB because we do in this league we have a Superflex, and I got distracted. I took my eye off the prize, and I wound up drafting somebody I didn't want to draft, and that was going to be my second QB spot, and I blew it. So now I have to figure out a way to make it happen. So this could be a saving grace for me today.
There's a long season ahead of us. So
all right,
we got plenty of time, man.
Josh Parr saying Fields got me mega points last year. Would be a good move to start him.
I think
that
right.
that'll be why. So it looks like just waiting for the team to officially say he's playing now. So, all right. So overall, who do we feel? Who are you picking this week in that matchup?
So for this matchup,
I am gonna move. I am making the move at Justin Fields.
Very good, very good.
I am gonna make that move.
That'll put you up at about 140-ish. So that'll still give the Dumbmanders a bit of a lead. He has a really, really great team.
He does have a stacked team.
He does. He certainly does. I'm going to lean on this first matchup of the week that we're analyzing here to go in the Dumbmanders' favor, my friend, unfortunately.
No, it's okay. It's the statistically correct pick. Although, now should I pick against my own team? I mean, Last year you tried to do the whole reverse because you're like just to give yourself the luck, but then you abandoned that strategy.
It didn't work out.
It didn't work out the way you wanted it to. So I'm gonna stick with. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna pull a rabbit out of the hat today.
Very good.
And I'm gonna call myself victorious in week 1 because why not? I'm gonna have a little faith here. Anything could happen in football, as we saw on Friday night. Jordan Love going down and out. So I listen, not to say I want people to get injured, but I mean anything can happen.
Absolutely.
Anything can happen.
You never know.
Yeah. So all right. So our first pick on that one was I'm picking my team and Pablo's picking Dumb Manders. Okay. So our next matchup here, which is we already got some good points on the board here. We got Mighty Morphin, Bauer Rangers, and It Takes Two at a Tango.
Yeah, those Thursday and Friday night games put up some nice points on both sides. So let's see here.
So when we take a look at it, both starting QBs here, we got Will Levis, Dak Prescott. We got a good receiving core here of CeeDee Lamb versus Tyreek Hill. Cup. Zay Flowers had a nice game Thursday night.
He was okay.
The Chip's got to come in here.
I wasn't too impressed.
not impressed.
No,
not impressed. But look at these points here.
Yeah, the Friday game I think was where I was impressed.
Yeah,
Jaden Reed popping for 34, and Saquon Barkley going for 33.
Yeah,
those were the two big point scorers of this matchup here for fantasy that we're analyzing.
Of course, Saquon was gonna, have a great game, right?
He ran angry,
just to really, piss off us Giants fans here.
He was better than I expected him to be week 1. Let me just say that.
I agree with you. I was like, wow, I haven't seen that version of Saquon. Of course, he gives it to the Eagles.
But so going back to this matchup, but this looks fairly even.
Yeah,
these teams have come out to a great start. They both have elite players. We're looking at CeeDee Lamb across from Tyreek Hill.
I know
in the lineups.
And even the running back spots here.
Yeah, for sure. Devon Achane, Breece Hall on the other end.
Yeah, Breece Hall, Mostert. So I mean, this is a pretty good matchup. And even when you look at their flex spots here, the super flex, I mean, he's got Nick starting QB versus Tua, and Tua, I had Tua as an owner, and Tua does put up big points
for sure.
He puts up big points. But you know what? I think with this, I am going to go in favor with It Takes Two at a Tango. I think that's going to be my pick on this one. I just feel like the combination of some of the points that have already been put on the board, plus like the potential Tua explosiveness versus Jacksonville today, we could see some, and he's already got the stream going too, Hill and Tua. So I feel like there's going to be big points. So I'm going to go with It Takes Two at a Tango for this matchup. That's my official pick. Pablo, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the champ, and I definitely see how Tua the Tango can definitely take it away because he's got great players. He's got a lot of eggs in one basket. It's a great basket. The Miami Dolphins are a super explosive team, but he's got Achane, Mostert, Tyreek Hill, Tua. If anything goes wrong with that game, he's at a big disadvantage. So for this pick, I'm going to go with our champ. I'm going to go with the new team name that is called Mighty Morphin Bauer Ranger.
Mighty Morphin, the champ changing his name up. Brock Bowers. All right, so let's move on to our next matchup. Oh, I forgot I have this cool little graphic. Here we go. Next matchup. All right, so in our next matchup in the League of Extraordinarily Mediocre People, the LOEMP, we got CD's Nuts, and the name is Dalton. And CD's Nuts already up on the board with 42 points. And not a huge gap. I mean, we got a projection of 143 to 151 here in the name is Dalton's favor. Of course, Jordan Love, got hurt, left that game. So
he did it at the end of the game, though. So for fantasy purposes, he did his job. He got what he needed to get. And it's definitely a close projection at the moment. But looking through these lineups, trying to pick out who sticks out the most here. I see a nice stack on the name is Dalton team with Richardson, who's hopefully going to have a good, healthy season.
Right.
With Pittman there. on the same team. He's got Dalton Kincaid.
Mm-hmm.
That's the team name comes from there. He's got another stack with 2 rookies, the rookies from Chicago, Caleb Williams and Roma Dunze. And on the other end, let's see who draws your attention the most.
I mean, the thing that obviously, he's got Jordan Love, who's now hurt, and then now you see on his super flex spot, he's got Aaron Rodgers, which, listen, if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, could he be having explosive potentially maybe last season in the NFL? Who knows? But
it's possible. It's possible.
I don't even want to say like the cosmic laughter of potentially like having him go down.
It's definitely a possibility.
The possibility is there for sure. So listen, I like what I see on both sides here. I think this is going to be a pretty close game, but I think I feel like the name is Dalton is going to pull this one out.
I'm going to say the same. He's CD's Nuts has the stack there with Garrett Wilson and Rodgers, but Rodgers is the biggest question mark on his team for me.
Yeah.
Can he do it? Sure. This is an older veteran quarterback coming back from a terrible injury. I'm not convinced that maybe his first game as a Jet, his first full game as a Jet, is going to be what CD's Nuts needs that to be in order to pull off the win.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Dalton myself.
Yeah, I think the one thing there that I feel like would be also interesting to watch as we go here is also the ETN, because I feel like that he put up a lot of points last year, and he's been known to have some like real breakout games, which could cause a lot of points. And as the chaos unfolds around us here, as the tailgate party begins to take shape, everybody is showing up, food is being dispersed, the dogs are going crazy. My wife is staring at us, all of us, through the porch door, trying to contain the dogs. But we will move on. So that is. Yeah. Oh, and Mark Ronick checking in with. I think people are underrating Rodgers.
Well, let's. I think he's a really good quarterback. I just don't know what form he'll be in right now. And we hope. I think most of us are going to hope to see a great season from him. But TBD. We'll see what happens.
As one of my plugs came out, just plugging that back in. But yeah, Mark is also, by the way, Mark, I think you're a 4-time champion last year too. I think you won in 4 of your leagues.
Nice.
I think that's what was the case. I know you definitely won in a couple of the leagues. They have a belt too. So
congrats.
Yeah, congrats. All right, so let's move on to our next matchup in the LOEMP League. We've got Shardy. These names are hilarious this year, by the way. Let me get back to my share screen here. All right, there. Whoops, the wrong side. There we go. All right. So in this next matchup, we've got Shardy McDennis and Keith's cool team. This is a very close matchup. No points on the board for either team yet. No one had anybody play on Thursday and Friday. Right away, McCaffrey, is he playing or not?
That is the biggest question that I have myself.
Is he playing
in some other leagues as well? That's uncertain. And the most difficult part of that question is that's a Monday night game.
A Monday night game, man.
That's a super hard option to pivot from. Plan ahead, people. Make sure you have something to pivot to so that you don't end up having to start a guy who's not going to play that game.
Yeah, I mean, when you look down his bench, I mean, he could be, but he still would have to make a move today because, I mean, he has he's got Geno Smith in his super flex, but he also has Justin Herbert too. So, I mean, it's
okay. So, looking at Keith's team, he does have Mr. McCaffrey's backup.
Oh, that's right.
Jordan Mason, I believe it is.
Yeah, I think so.
So that is the perfect move. If you have your own running backs backup, then you're set.
Right.
And if you don't, look ahead, everybody, because obviously Christian McCaffrey is owned in all formats of all fantasy football.
Yeah, he's pretty much went first in almost everybody's, for the most part, in a lot of drafts.
Right. So just make sure that you have a pivot option in the event that what none of us want to happens, which is that he may not play on Monday night.
Yeah. Now the one thing I feel like is going to give Keith the leg up here against Shardy McDennis, honestly, is CJ Stroud.
The best there ever was.
I think Stroud is gonna. I mean, we saw what he did last year,
Yeah,
and it was pretty impressive. Does the same thing happen again this year?
he's probably the quarterback I'm most excited about this season.
He's definitely fun to watch.
Yes, for sure. He elevates the entire team, but I think the expectations around him are that he's going to take a step up. And he kind of needs to, because of if you look at where all of the other wide receivers, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, everybody, where they were drafted, they're drafted with the expectation that he will take that next step.
Right, because he elevates the whole team, and now all these other players are like worth more because he's the quarterback.
As a second-year quarterback, I think that if things don't pan out the way we all expect them to, the draft value will not pay out. And some of these teams, including my own, that have drafted several of these Houston Texans, may end up behind the 8 ball if Stroud is not able to deliver. Well, I do think he will. That is the team that I'm most excited to watch this year.
Yeah, me too. I agree. So who would you pick in this one? I'll let you pick first.
So let's look at the other side as well.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle Murray, Debo, DJ Metcalf, Calvin Ridley. I mean, you got a couple quote unquote old timers here in the receiving core, but Bijan Robinson at running back.
There's a great team on McDennis' side too, but I'm going to go with Keith's team.
Yeah, exactly. And Burrow too, in a super flex spot, I think is good. But if he doesn't have Jamar Chase and no T Higgins, it seems like that could be problematic there.
That's a challenge.
That's a challenge. So yeah, I'm gonna side with Keith's cool team on this one. That's my pick. Do you guys agree? Let us know. Okay. Next matchup here in the LOEMP. We got not JT's team, which is your team, Pablo, and versus the champ, Manja Magic.
From the other league,
Yes.
But, we have week 1 at the Martinez household. Yeah, we've got a matchup there with my team and Viviana's. So, yeah, I'm excited to see. This is going to be fun. I know we've both been looking forward to.
What do you think? Who's winning this one?
Oh, I am.
I love it. Absolutely love it. So the confidence is there. Let's see. The projections is favored for the moment on not JT's team.
Right.
But, week 1, anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is you've got 3 out of your starters have gone already. All put up good points, though. I mean, Jalen Hurts had a pretty decent game, for the most part, for a first game back.
No complaints.
And AJ Brown looked great. He was doing AJ Brown stuff.
Yeah, he came through towards the end of the game. I watched most of that game, and the first half had me a little nervous with the flight all the way down to Brazil. That game was in Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
So it was a great game to watch, and I'm happy that towards the end I got my quarterback and wide receiver stack to put up enough points to give me this advantage in the projection for the moment.
Now, here's the 2 things though about Manja Magic's team that I kind of like here, and this could be problematic for you, my friend, is that Josh Allen, who I feel like is going to go on a revenge tour this year for some reason, and he's in a contract year, by the way, too. So you got that, and I got to be honest with you, Jared Goff with that receiving core, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Lions are going. They're hungry. They're going for it.
They are. I have high hopes for the Lions. I'm not a Lions fan. However, I do really, really like the team that they put together. And
they're fun to watch.
They are.
They're fun. They're fun team to watch. So those are the 2 spots where if those quarterbacks have really good days today, that could tip the scales.
I think Goff will. I think Goff will have a really, really good season this year. She's also got Jahmyr Gibbs on her team.
Yep.
So I'm going to pick my team as far as for the picks.
I think you have to.
I kind of do. I have a little bit of the advantage in the projection, so that's the way I'm gonna go. But watch out for Manja Magic. I think her team is definitely a contender this season.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I'm going to go with Manja Magic on this one.
Unless
just
Rodgers goes
no offense, my friend. I am interested to see. She's the underdog in this one. You probably will, but I'm going to take her just because I think that the this dual QB strike could be pretty lethal today. But we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, moving on to our second to last matchup, I believe, in this league.
I think it might be the final.
Oh, this is the final. Yes, you're correct. All right, so we got Suck My Dicka and Los Chupacabras.
There you go.
Oh man! So right now, by the way, Los Chupacabras, I think updated their team logo there. I feel like that's an update. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Green Monster.
Green. So, all right. So here we go with this matchup here. So right now, in favor of Los Chupacabras here, and already getting on the board with 91 points.
Yeah, Lamar coming out strong.
Big lead.
Mahomes as well. Stacked quarterbacks on this team.
Really stacked quarterback. This is a very dangerous team.
Xavier
in our
Woods,
league.
that's the guy who did it for him. The rookie came out.
Yeah.
First game of his NFL career. Had 20 fantasy points. We're looking at exactly 47 yards. He had a rush touchdown as well as a receiving touchdown.
Right.
So that's a perfect first game for any rookie to enter the NFL.
Yeah, and Derrick Henry, 46 rushing yards. I mean, listen, he's I think as the season goes on, we'll see. I mean, the guy's still a huge threat.
For sure. He can still do it. It was an uphill battle. They were
out
in the
Kansas City Chiefs, Arrowhead. Yeah.
So it was a difficult task, but it was a great game to watch. And I think for the purpose, let's scroll around to the rest of the team. For the purpose of this fantasy matchup, Los Chupacabras has definitely put on enough points to hold up that projection in their favor.
Right.
I believe that at the end of this week, they're looking at the rest of it. We've got some. Tina's got some faith here in Daniels, the rookie quarterback on Washington, as well as McLaurin.
Playing Tampa Bay too. That might be that could be a tight game because if we see a Baker Mayfield that we had last year, he won his contract and he looked pretty darn good last year. So I mean, I took him as a starting QB in the other league. So.
He did. I do like the team. I do like the picks. I think because of the points that are already on the board, if the Chupacabras had already failed or missed with at least one of these, maybe it would have been a little closer. My pick is going to be Los Chupacabras for this one.
All right. That is a sound pick. I think I'm going to agree with you on that one as well. I feel like that the math is adding up, and it's a really big lead, and I think it's going to be tough to climb out of that hole for sure. What do you say?
I don't see anything.
Oh, I was going to say, in this pick.
I'm not even in that league.
You're not in this league, but you can still make a pick. So, I go with Los Chupacabras as well on that one. All right. Oh, and by the way, I do want to make mention because I was listening to some Sirius XM. I was listening to other fantasy guys, all saying everybody who's freaking out about Mark Andrews not getting a lot, and don't dump him yet. don't get so quick to dump him. Was the advice?
I am a little concerned there. Isaiah Likely had a very, very big game instead of Mark Andrews.
Yeah, well, they used him as a blocker. So
the only thing that made me think is this a sign? Are we going to see more of this throughout the season?
Right.
So I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I guess we'll see. All right. So that wraps up the League of Extraordinarily Mediocre People picks. Let us know. Oh, Tina's jumping in with 100 points, frightening. Yeah. So Tina, the owner of Suck My Dicka, she's already feeling the heat. She's feeling the heat of that one.
It's a long day today, Tina. You have plenty of opportunities.
That's right. Yeah. Also, Tina's got a few comments. I wish there were more about COVID Queen. She's staying home. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Tina. We hope you feel better. Get well soon. I wish I was there, but COVID Queen is staying home. Congratulations to Wayne for kicking my ass with 3 players. And Josh saying, as a Redskins fan, starting Daniels is frightening. Let me get one of those. There you go. Or one of these.
I like the kid. I think he's definitely going to have a really good season.
Gotta give him a chance.
There might be some bumps along the road.
Listen, I don't think a lot of, anybody thinks CJ Stroud was going to be what that was. That we got. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Obviously not every rookie quarterback has a season like that. It's very rare, but it exists. It's possible.
Absolutely.
It's possible. So you guys let us know. Do you agree with any of our picks? Who you guys starting today? Do you guys have any questions about anybody you're starting? Let us know. maybe we can answer here. We got a whole crew of people here that might be able to help you out with that too. So, all right, let's move on to other league that we're in, the Dirt Invitational.
Dirt Invitational League.
Dirt Invitational League.
Right.
So let me bring that up and let's take a look at what we got going on there. Let me close out some of my windows here so I can actually see the right one.
This one just for the season. Or for the week.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Boom, boom, and boom. Here we go. They're invitational. All righty. Got our teams all lined up.
We had a game of the week selected by
By the champ.
Dirt champ. Yep, Dirt Invitational champ.
So let's start there.
The game of the week. Viviana, do you want to remind us?
What is the game of the week?
What's the game of the week for you? For this week? All right, so it's been confirmed. Game of the week right now is going to be Uruguay versus BMF.
All right, so we are looking at that. Look at this. Look at this projection.
I know. It's
a dead heat.
Yeah, and that's I think why it was selected as game of the week. It's super close, high projected points for both teams. Ruben, you're killing me right now, brother.
Ruben.
70 points on the board already almost.
Unbelievable. I mean, great. I mean, look at that. Unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, in the Barkley.
That's it.
Barkley having that big game, that big first game back.
Yeah.
In the wrong color uniform. was the one thing that really, I mean, that obviously helped, but I mean, Pacheco had a good game too, even though he ran for 45 yards. He had those 33 receiving yards and obviously had a touchdown, so that was some good points there too. So I mean, that's a nice little leg. But look at this. I mean, the original projection too had you winning 157 and 132, and now we're in a dead heat here.
Yeah, well, no, he's definitely made some great progress there.
Yeah.
So yeah, this will be close. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, I mean, and I love the quarterback matchups here. And listen, you got the stream going here, bud.
Yeah.
Look at that stream.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was excited to get Goff. He fell to me. I think it was round 4, maybe 3. I had Amon Ra already on my team,
right?
So I'm stoked. I can't wait.
Yeah, you got a good receiving core here. I mean, you also got Tyreek Hill, Kamara. We'll see if maybe we get the Kamara of old. Who knows?
Let's see what he's got left.
Let's see what he's got left in a tank. But I mean, listen, man, you have a good team, and then Trevor Lawrence in your super flex spot. Who Trevor Lawrence? This is a year where he has to. He's got to have like a Baker Mayfield year where he's got to step up. He's got to win.
He does. He definitely does. He's lost Calvin Ridley.
Yep.
So that does concern me a bit.
Buck gained Deontay Johnson, right? Didn't he get did Deontay Johnson join Carolina?
I believe.
I think so. I'm not sure, but I think was it Deontay
that.
Johnson? Help us out here, guys. Who was the receiver that just joined? I think it's Deontay Johnson.
I don't know why I'm thinking Deontay went to the Panthers. But
you're right. You're right. You're actually right. You are correct about that. He did go to the Panthers. I'm confused. Two teams, Panthers and Jaguars. So you are correct about that.
Yeah. So let's see here. So the wide receivers for Trevor Lawrence this year are going to be Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk.
The rookie Brian Thomas and Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis
are set up
from Buffalo.
The players who will likely come out in 3 wide receiver sets. But yeah, I definitely think this is going to be an important year for Trevor Lawrence because he was the franchise quarterback, and as of right now, he's done well, but they want more. That's why they bet so strongly on him.
Of course.
So let's see what he can do.
Yeah, absolutely. So all right, so who are we picking in this one?
So I'll say BMF right now, even though the projection's close, BMF right now is the favorite. And I'm going to pick my own team, but I've got 0 points on the board. He's got 70 already.
Right.
I got a lot of work cut out for me. I need everything to go according to plan.
Right.
Or it's not going to work out.
Well, I have some faith in your team, my friend. I'm gonna pick you. I mean, and by the way, we don't have a chimpanzee in the property. That's my dog making all those noises. If anybody can hear him, he desperately wants to come out here and run around, but he's in his pen right now.
He agrees with us.
But he agrees.
Yeah.
So
Uruguay is going to be the winner in this matchup.
both picking Uruguay in this official game of the week matchup here in the Dirt Invitational.
Very good.
That's right. All right. So if we start from the top, my team, the Killer Beers versus Sharkbait. Sharkbait already with 26 points on this game already. I am projected to lose, although original projections had us a little closer. I'm starting Baker Mayfield versus Kirk Cousins. Of course, we were talking before about A.J. Brown having a really good game, so A.J. Brown really stacked up some points. You know, I tried to get a little stream here going with having Baker Mayfield, so I got Mike Evans.
Very good.
Jamar is one I'll probably – let's see. I'd see – said feeling better could play as of 8:42 a.m., so this is going to be a game time decision as to whether or not I'm starting Jamar Chase.
I'm going to say unless he's got like an
1 o'clock.
extremely high fever, he's playing.
1 o'clock game here.
He's warming up on the field. That's the latest that I saw come across. I think he plays.
All right.
I think he plays.
All right. What do you guys think? Jamar Chase playing?
I haven't heard the latest on him.
He's on the field warming up.
Okay, so he's playing.
Yeah. So
He's got to play.
I'll be leaving him in.
I think so. Especially with T. Higgins out, he
I
would
know.
really have to be in rough shape
Right.
to not get on the field today.
So I'm feeling like, well, I'll let you weigh in because I have a biased take, of course. But you know, looking at the other side, I mean, great players on the side.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I have Uncle Rico in my super flex. Gardner Minshew for those that don't get that reference.
Gardner in the super flex.
Yeah.
Hey, he's starting. It's a super flex league, 12 team. Starting quarterbacks are not easy to come across, and you've got to.
Yeah.
So there you go. Minshew's playing in LA today. There's a chance they'll play from behind.
Yep.
There's a chance he's going to have to throw a lot.
Yep.
And
so, you know, we may, as long as he doesn't turn the ball over too much.
He has Devontae Adams on his team over here, Sharkbait.
Yeah.
So that'll offset a little bit of that Minshew power.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, obviously, number one target.
Right, for sure. But yeah, you're projected to not make it through here. I'm gonna say that your team is gonna come through with that Tampa Bay stack.
I think so,
and I think that I'm gonna pick the Killer Beers to win this one.
That's right. We're both in agreement. We're both picking the Killer Beers to win this matchup, even though the odds are against me slightly right now. But we don't go by Yahoo's stats. We pick our own. So
right. It's just for now.
That's right. That's just for now. There's a lot that can happen here. Tina's laughing. Yeah, Uncle Rico. That's right. He is Uncle Rico in the NFL. You throw a football right over that mountain. All right, here we go. All right, so the next matchup in the Dirt Invitational here, we got Moose Knuckles versus the Sicilians.
All right.
Both teams with points on the board already, 39 to 14.5. Patty Mahomes on one side, gone already. Rashid Rice, gone already played. So nice points there. Of course, with Derrick Henry playing too already, so 10 points there. And on the other side, Kelsey, not a big game against the Ravens the other night.
No, he came out a little short.
Yeah, a little quiet. Only 34 yards, 3 receptions. They didn't use him too much. They're using more to block, it seemed like. But Jake Elliott, though, I mean, listen, anytime you pick up Jake Elliott as your kicker, you're gonna score points because that guy can pretty much kick the football from anywhere.
He did well.
He did well. So even 10 points there for the kickers is nice. So listen, I like the lineup here, and also too. So we're talking about in the other league, I have Justin Fields on the bench. I'm going to be starting him. Justin Fields starting here in the super flex spot.
Look at that
versus Tua.
Yeah.
On Tina, so with the Tua. So I mean, you know, she's of course in the once again going with the Washington QB rookie, but the Tua combo here. We know Tua put up the big points.
For sure. You know, it's interesting. Moose Knuckles pivoted to Fields. I think that's a smart move on his end. He benched Derek Carr last minute to put Fields in the starting lineup. I would have done the same. I definitely like what Fields could bring to the table.
Yeah, we definitely know he's a mobile quarterback for sure. I mean, Derek Carr is not going to run it downfield.
Yeah.
If you can get Fields out of the pocket, he'll make some plays happen.
So these are some strong teams. I think that the biggest question mark on Moose Knuckles' side is Garrett Wilson.
Yeah,
and it's not because of Garrett Wilson. It's more so because of Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
So we'll see what can happen there. The Sicilians is the underdog.
and Tina's giving this. She's giving these. That's right. Dun, 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 dun.
I think she's made a lot of great selections here with some of these players.
I do too, man. I think her team's pretty solid. I mean, she's got Justin Jefferson, who, we were talking about this, Kevin and I. Obviously we're all Giants fans here, but the Giants secondary is not good.
Right.
And Justin Jefferson is a guy that, I mean, honestly, we can just get it up in the air. He's got to make a play.
Sam Darnold. Can Sam Darnold do it for Justin Jefferson?
Yeah. What do you think, Ken? Justin Jefferson, is he gonna have a day?
I think the Giants' pass rush and linebacker is going to offset the deficiencies in the secondary.
Okay.
So I think they're going to put enough pressure on Darnold, will collapse like a cheap table, and that's it. I think that's what's going to happen.
So Justin Jefferson will not have a day.
No, he still will have a day,
Right.
But not like an explosive day.
Okay.
He'll catch some balls. He'll do his thing. He's going to get open.
Yeah.
He gets open all the time.
Tina's got Devin Singletary on her team.
Yeah.
What do we think about Singletary today?
Singletary today?
Yeah. That's a great option. Singletary is going to be the focal point of the running game, and I think he's a lock to get 75, 80 yards rushing and probably like 4 or 5 catches out of the backfield.
All right.
Perfect.
You heard it. Heard it.
What's your pick for this matchup?
I'm gonna go with the Sicilians on this one. I'm gonna go with the little I'm gonna go with a little Italian magic there, and I'm gonna pick the Sicilians for this one. I think the Sicilians is gonna pull this out.
Very good. I'm gonna say Moose Knuckles takes this one.
Okay.
But, I think it'll be closer than the projections.
I do too.
Call it at the moment.
I do too. I think that this is a pretty wide gap for. I mean, they're just basically doing it just because Moose Knuckles has already got points on the board here, but
yeah,
Tina has a lot of firepower. All right, so let's move into. We already did Uruguay BMF. That was our game of the week. Let's go into Manja versus Ginger Ninja.
All right.
The defending champ here versus Ginger Ninja, who, now if I remember right, didn't Ginger Ninja started getting hot near the end, right?
She
was getting her team starting. What a run, right? She was going out. If I remember, we were like,
I was most afraid of Ginger Ninja. She had the Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb stack, which curiously now is on Manja's team.
Yeah.
But last season, her team went on a tear, and she was just every week putting up monster points thanks to those two and several other guys. But these two teams went head-to-head in the playoffs, first week of the playoffs, and Manja happened to catch CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott on a down day, and that's how she got away with that win. But, yeah, Ginger Ninja certainly had a monster season last year, coming back to try to repeat this year. First game of the week up against the champ, up against the stack that gave her so many great weeks last season. Let's see here.
Yeah, I mean,
let's give a run through.
Prescott versus Hurts. Obviously, Jalen Hurts has already gone. 19 points there. And, if he hadn't thrown those 2 picks, definitely would have had more. But still, I mean, got 19 points there. Josh Jacobs, 11 points. Had an 84-yard rushing day, just under 100 yards, 20 receiving yards too. So,
not bad.
Nope, not bad at all. And then even kicker had some good points. Baltimore defense put up 6 points. But, I mean, there's still – when you look at Manja's side, though, I mean, we got Prescott-Lamb connection there. Olave, who – still a great receiver. Very good receiver. ETN, Connor, the running back, still a really good running back.
Yeah.
And, probably one of Arizona's biggest offensive weapons. Dalton Schultz on tight end. And of course, Malik Neighbors, who
Yeah, we haven't talked about him yet.
we haven't talked about him at all.
I've been dying to bring him up.
And so let's have a quick discussion about Malik Neighbors.
All right, so yeah, we broke down a bit of the Giants team earlier. We didn't get to talk about Neighbors.
No.
How do we feel? To open the show today, I think one of the things I was most excited about this year were the rookie wide receivers
Right.
that the NFL is going to see. Malik Neighbors has to be my favorite, and I know I'm wearing a Giants jersey right now.
I drafted him in the other league, so
Right.
I picked him up.
I think that Odunze and Marvin are really, really elite wide receivers as well. But Neighbors is set up to be the one on this team. He's going to have a lot of the target share.
Right.
He's getting Daniel Jones back healthy this season, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
And I think that he's going to have a really, really great opportunity to have a really good, solid first professional NFL season.
I think so too. And here's the other thing too, which we were looking at. I mean, you still have Slayton on that team and Jalen Hyatt. So even if they're, it'll be interesting to see how they're going to cover him and if they're going to double cover him, which is going to leave one of these other guys open. So it's going to be interesting to see. And I do listen. It's been a while since we had a really all-star receiver on the Giants. I mean, last one with Plax. Great. So much fun to watch. Beyond the drama and all that nonsense, great receiver to watch. And of course, OBJ, Odell, it's been a while. And so it would be really nice to have someone on the field for the Giants that could really make stuff happen. Of course, Daniel Jones has to do his part and throw the ball, as Dable said, throw the damn ball downfield.
I think he'll get it done. I think he'll set up Neighbors well enough. I'm excited to watch this kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, out of those three wide receivers, my bet would be Neighbors is going to have the best season out of the three.
Yeah. So let's get another Giants fan to weigh in on this real quick. Malik Neighbors. We're just having our discussion about Malik Neighbors, thinking
Stud.
good, probably gonna have a good game today.
Yeah.
I think we expect a lot of big things from him.
I think Neighbors is going to be he's like Odell Beckham, but like bigger and even more explosive.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be tremendous.
Is he taller than Beckham? Is he a taller receiver?
I don't know his exact height, but I just mean from like a physical standpoint, he looks more sturdy. He's able to make those those jump ball catches and I think he's going to be Daniel Jones' security blanket. Honestly, right. I don't. Just let's be honest here. I don't think the Giants are like a lock to win the game or anything.
Right.
I'm speaking very highly about these guys, but I don't think Minnesota's as good as people think they are, and I think the Giants are going to have a day out there.
Well, let's remember who the quarterback is on the other side.
Exactly. It's Sam Darnold.
It's Sam Darnold. It's not like it's Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. It's pretty much bottom of the barrel quarterback in the league. So. I don't see it.
All right, well, there you go. There you have it. Some quick perspective on some more Malik Neighbors. So, once again, with all that Malik Neighbors talk right there, and we're talking about Manja's team, just to bring it back to this matchup, Manja versus Ginger Ninja, I think the Manja magic continues, and I think Manja is victorious in this one. That's what I think. I think the champ kicks off for a season defending the crown.
I think so too. I think that Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb stack.
Breaking news. Tyreek Hill just got arrested this morning.
Tyreek
for real?
The stadium. Oh, it says, but we'll play.
Breaking news.
Oh wow, breaking news. All right.
Tyreek Hill had a moment there with the law, but still expected to play.
Breaking news. Breaking news right there.
All right.
Tyreek Hill arrested on his way.
Thank you. Reporting live here from the Giants tailgate party. Awesome.
Is he playing?
From what was mentioned earlier, he's expected to play.
They say yes.
They say yes. So yeah, breaking news from the
they blocked from the stadium, and other players saw him getting arrested.
Traffic
incident is all it says.
All right, so traffic incident. So
nothing terrible.
Probably running a red light or something.
Hill was stopped for speeding and then got into a verbal altercation with police and was subsequently placed in handcuffs.
He was disrespectful, is what he was being disrespectful to the cops.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. All right, so sounds like he's going to be playing, but I would just be watching that just to make sure. You never know.
Let's hope he keeps his speeding to the field.
That's right.
Keep it on the field.
That's right. All right, we have multiple dogs barking here. It's a dog party on top of the tailgate party here.
So my
today.
pick goes with Manja.
Yeah, so we're both officially picking Manja in this matchup. So
Very good.
all right, so let's move on here. 2 more picks left to go. We have Primo de los Matador versus IU Crazy. That's a great name. I didn't even see that one.
Very creative.
Kev. No, we're just talking about your IU Crazy. I just realized. I was like, wait, IU Crazy.
I try to change up my names this year.
That's pretty good. All right, so in this matchup, IU Crazy already have 56 points on the board. Of course, the Jordan Love owner, who's now has to start Daniel Jones today.
I don't have to.
Oh, you don't have to today, but you're gonna have to start him.
Yeah, he'll be out for a little while.
Reed putting up 30 points.
Yeah. And we were talking about this earlier, and Primo de los Matador leaving Xavier Worthy on his bench. I got a message from him right away saying if asking if there was a prize for most points on the bench this season.
Most points on the bench. How many points were on the bench again?
Well, he had 19 in this league.
Oh,
And,
wow.
again, rookie wide receiver, day one.
Yeah.
I can't fault you for not wanting to just throw him in there day
Of course.
one. I was talking to my daughter who's managing her fantasy football team ahead of that game, and I said, if it was my team, I think her choice was in the flex, Christian Kirk or Xavier Worthy. I would have gone with the rookie just so that I had a dog in the fight to sit down and watch that first game of the season.
Yeah.
But it was a really close call. I can't fault her. She benched him too.
Yeah, okay.
So, and it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, man. You gotta do what you feel like is good, and it's always choice when you have a rookie starting. Like, should I stay or should I go? Type of thing. So, but now you know.
Yeah.
And next week will be different.
Primo de los Matador had solid wide receivers to start. He went with DJ Moore and Michael Pittman and Khalil Shakir, who's on Josh Allen's team. So you can see why he went that route. So, hey, I can't fault you for benching Worthy here. But next week, I'm sure you're going to think about it a little harder.
And it's a super flex spot, Callum Williams.
Yeah. Brock Purdy on his bench. Amazing how
I know
this guy, rich people problems, right?
Yeah, rich people problems. I mean, Brock Purdy on the bench.
Yeah, for sure.
So hey, listen, it's a bold move, but I'd like to see how it pays off.
No, it's great. That's great. So at the moment, projected for 163, are you crazy? And Jaden Reed.
Yeah,
the stack with Jordan Love. That's really the reason why he got out to such a big lead.
Right. Yeah.
On Friday night.
But I mean, he still has, Breece Hall,
David Montgomery.
Yeah, and then Njoku too, and also Ayuk, and Kyle Murray. So there's a lot of big playmakers left to go here on this side. So I would have to say in this matchup, I'm going to pick IU Crazy.
Very good. I'm gonna side with Prima on this one.
Okay.
I think that Buffalo is going to come out strong.
Right. You think he's gonna be slinging it downfield
today so I don't know how many points Shakir is gonna do.
Right.
But I do think Allen at home is going to put on a strong performance to open the season.
Right. Okay. All right. So there you go. There you have it. Picks are in, and in our last matchup, I didn't use that graphic for this. Let me just because I have it, I'm gonna do it right here. Here we go. I need I gotta get a button so I can hit it. So it's all right. So leaves are falling in. All right. So in our last matchup, we have show me your touchdowns, your TDs versus Bodie McBoatface,
the title holder.
The title holder.
The poop title holder.
That's right. The current poop title holder. And oh, look at it. It's one of these bugs. One of those lantern. I thought it was a leaf. It was one of those lantern bugs. All right. So not a runaway game right now. Not a runaway matchup at the moment. I mean, it's 40-8, but the stats are saying much closer. And on Bodie's side, we got Lamar Jackson who's already gone. Devontae Smith for Philly. Put up some points, 84 receiving yards.
Yeah, could have been. It could have been a bigger difference. She had Andrews in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
Put up only 2 points.
Right. Which, once again, I don't think that's going to be the norm.
Not a season long.
And I still think he's recovering too. So it's like, they're having him do some blocking, and I just don't think that's going to be the entire season. So I wouldn't panic on that just yet.
For sure.
I like the Puka pick, and of course Stafford in the super flex.
Yeah.
On the other side, Aaron Rodgers in the super flex spot, but we're looking at Kittle, Stevenson, Ramondre Stevenson, of course CMC. That's the thing, right? Yeah. We were talking about it earlier, which could be a big difference maker because is CMC playing? Right now, they're saying confident as of 10:54 a.m. Mike Garofalo reports 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan has expressed confidence in Chris McCaffrey, who has a calf injury, playing in Week 1 against the Jets. But it's definitely one to monitor and be ready. Be ready for it. Because that could all change. You go out in the field, he starts warming up, not feeling right.
I think Show Me Your TDs is going to be in the hole at the start of Monday night. He's going to have McCaffrey and Aaron Rodgers needing to bail him out.
Yeah.
Will they do that? That's the big question.
Right.
I'm going to say yes, they do, but it's definitely a risky bet. Show Me Your Touchdowns doesn't seem to have a pivot option in the event that McCaffrey has a setback and ends up not playing. So maybe something to look into. Don't necessarily know what's out there on our free agency, but I think that's something to, it would be wise to just stay ahead of that and make sure that you have something.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, James Scott, just want to say, hey, my buddy from Scotland, how are you, my bud? He's saying, woohoo, you guys are back this season. That's right, we're back. And he's saying Dak just got paid. Big Cowboys fan. There he is. All right. So I agree. I think definitely there's going to be a hole. Aaron Rodgers, Mark Ronick was saying it before. He feels like Aaron Rodgers is being completely underestimated this year. It's very possible he's going to come out like a gunslinger, but can he stay healthy? If he takes a hit, there's all these questions. Right. So we got to see it. We haven't seen this guy really play in a while.
Right. I would love to see it, especially for Garrett Wilson. Yeah. I think Garrett Wilson is elite, and he just hasn't had the quarterback support yet. Last season was not great for him.
He's a great receiver. No. Look, we had thrown to him all season.
Exactly. So I do hope this year we do get the Aaron Rodgers that we've seen in the past and that can support this super great wide receiver. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so with all that being said, who are we picking? Who are you picking in this matchup versus Show Me Your TDs and Bodie McBoatface? Who are you going with today?
I'm going to go with our Turd Trophy
holder.
Yes, I'm going to go with Show Me Your Touchdowns.
All righty. All right. So listen, I think this choice is actually, I feel like, honestly, out of all the matchups here, I know yours was but I feel like this one too is obviously very predicated on, even more so on his performance of these two quarterbacks. I do like the edge that Bodie has a little bit. I do like what I'm seeing here on that side. So I think that it's going to be really tight, and it may even come down to some stack corrections potentially. So we'll see if that plays out. But I think I'm going to pick Bodie in this one. I think I'm going to go with Bodie for the slim margin win here.
Very good.
All right.
Good. I love it.
All right. So that wraps up our picks in this league and overall. So, all right, let me stop sharing that. So overall, we got the party popping. We got everybody showing up here. What's going on? The New York Giants tailgate party at the house is in full effect. Everybody's showing up. Drinks are getting poured. Food is on the smoker. So that means it's time for us to wrap it up and go enjoy. So we want to thank you guys for hanging out with us on our first show back of the Touchdown Talk. Pablo, we're back, buddy.
We're back.
We're back. Make sure you watch us on every Sunday. We're going to try to be doing this every Sunday, 10:30 a.m., where we're breaking this down, talking some fantasy news. Obviously, as you guys have any questions as we go along, all that, we'd love to hear from you. Make sure you hit that like button, a follow button, a subscribe button, share this with all your friends. And any final words as the dog's chirping back there?
Good luck to you all. Set your lineups, check your teams out, and come out swinging week 1, everybody.
That's right. Everybody have a great first day of first Sunday football. Let's go Giants, and we'll see you guys next week right here on the Touchdown Talk. Yeah. All right, here we go. I got to find our end music. Where's our end music? Here we go. All right. See you guys.